Hello, I'm back once again on my old, not so old and not so new, but trustworthy Lenovo Legion 5 Pro AMD edition, but this time is not with Garuda Linux. Garuda Linux, as I said on my last video, game over. And as I promised, this time around I have installed Nobara Linux, a Fedora-based Linux distribution. Before we continue, for the new people in the stream or on the recording later on the YouTube channel, which of course I forgot to mention once again, I'm streaming on Kick service and recording locally, which I will use later on my YouTube channel, as I always do, of course. Anyway, let me show you the system settings, where we will see the system information about this system: Nobara Linux 43, KDE Plasma version 6.5.5, Wayland of course, and you can see the processor, memory and the graphics, and of course the manufacturer and the rest of the information. Anyway, I will go on the terminal as well. Here we are, and as it says here, Nobara Linux 43, blah blah blah. You can pause the stream or later on the video on the YouTube channel and read the information closely. The thing is, this is almost how the system was when I first booted up after the installation. This tool comes as soon as you're on the desktop. This tool loads up, and it's like I have read before and knew it before that Nobara Linux and PKOS developers share stuff in between together or something, and this is almost the same tool like PKOS GNOME that I showed you a few days or a few weeks even ago. Anyway, basically with this tool it helps you to further install additional stuff for your system, and its default values were different than the PKOS 4, and it was something somewhat surprising to me. Anyway, with this tool you install the extra media codecs, which of course I did, and then on the optional steps you can check out a few stuff. I think DaVinci Resolve was not included on PKOS 4, if I remember correctly, and this Open Software Manager was not included either. I think this is like Nobara Linux related. I haven't seen this, at least this same tool in the previous Linux distributions that I have been showing you and I have been experienced together with you. So this tool basically, as it says, it helps you to install and manage basically Flatpaks, and of course I installed it. And then we have recommended additions. If I remember correctly, it had already plenty of stuff installed, like OBS, Kdenlive, even Blender. It had even Blender installed, and I think I installed only Discord. The rest were already installed, and of course I will show you these apps. Before we continue, better to show you what Nobara Linux says on their website about this project. A Fedora-based desktop tuned for gaming streaming and content creation, so you can skip the tweaking and start doing. At first, by reading this, I was like, okay, this sounds almost like me, except the gaming part, exactly like Garuda. But after I installed the system, it reminded me mostly a cross of, if it's possible, I don't know if only the people who have been watching my videos or have been learning and knowing about Linux, they will understand this. It's like a cross of Endeavour OS and Void Linux or something come together. I mean, they didn't have a calculator tool installed, they didn't have a video player installed, they didn't have heck, even an image viewer installed. But yeah, they had other stuff installed. So all these things caught me by surprise. I didn't expect this to be the case. On one hand, I'm all for customization and endless possibilities, and on the other hand, I was expecting a few things already to be there. But I digress. And to return back to the website, like most Linux distributions out there, Nobara Linux also has additional versions, additional editions. As I said, I'm using the KDE one, but not the normal KDE. This is the normal KDE. I'm using the official, as they call it on the website, the official Nobara Linux distribution version, and it's the one that has the built-in NVIDIA drivers, because this system has NVIDIA graphics GPU. Then they have the GNOME version, the I think vanilla KDE version, and then to my surprise they say something about Steam HTPC and Steam handheld. So my guess, someone who who wants to use Nobara on this kind of devices, mobile basically computers, you can do so by using these two versions. Anyway, one says that it's for tuned for TVs, living room friendly, blah blah blah, and the other one says for the mobile devices, as I was saying before. Anyway, by talking about Nobara, one cannot talk without mentioning about GloriousEggroll, as he is known on most people online, or his name is Thomas Schreider, I think you pronounce it. And I have prepared for you, and all these links, as always, I will give you on my YouTube channel on the video description below. These videos, in my opinion, everyone should watch. This one is it's titled Why You Should Game on Linux, featuring GloriousEggroll of Nobara. And this is from the Framework company, the creators of Framework computers, like their laptops, desktops, etc. The ones that you can fully customize and order exactly as you want your computer to be. This video talked with the creator of Nobara, ProtonGE and Yumu, GloriousEggroll. This is from the Friends YouTuber, Ermax. And this one is from the lovely people of Destination Linux, interview with GloriousEggroll about ProtonGE, Nobara and more. I think anyone and everyone who cares about Linux, open source and gaming especially should check about GloriousEggroll. Of course, he's not developing Nobara Linux alone. For quite some time now he has help from other people, but he was, and I think he still is, the soul of this project. Anyway, thanks to him we have, and just like Steam of course with Valve and their Steam, we have progress as far as gaming concerned on Linux, but while we progress on gaming, we in turn we're getting plenty of goodies thanks to them. I mean, Linux distribution on the past few years, it's like, in my opinion, anyone who has like just a little bit of curiosity and is not afraid to mess with their system, Linux is a perfect solution. One of the many Linux distributions is an amazing choice. One should not be sticking with Windows or Mac OS just because. Anyway, so Nobara Linux, let's continue to show you how things are after the installation. So yeah, you get this tool here. You can follow the necessary steps if you want to do so, of course. I will unselect it like I did with PKOS. I don't need this tool anymore myself, and I will close it. And then this version of Nobara had this top bar that I've placed it there. It was on the bottom, just like most KDE versions, I think. I could be wrong about this, but I think most KDE desktops they have it on the bottom side of the screen. Anyway, it's not an issue because you can move it around, but that's how things were. And also they have these icons here. This is the system updater. The icon is exactly the same, if I remember correctly, with PKOS. These are the system settings. This is the Flatpak store basically. This is Dolphin, the files manager, and this is Brave web browser. Nobara comes with Brave web browser and no other browser included in the package. So basically when you launch this browser, more or less you will see this thing, and it will ask you maybe about if you are allowing them to get some diagnostics from you and so on, but I didn't go for it. And for those who don't know, Brave browser is supposedly a browser focused on security and privacy and so on, and it's based of course on Chromium, of course. And yeah, I never really gave it a fair shot, I never really gave it like a good try, but for the foreseeable future I will stick with Vivaldi, which of course I installed in the system. So this is the browser for Nobara Linux, and the desktops that are switching on the desktop came with the distro. They were included after the installation. I just went and did the change to have a slideshow basically. So all these wallpapers are included with the system. And yeah, these are the icons. Basically the default state of the system is like dark themed, if you can notice. It's pleasant to the eye, but not my kind of thing. I prefer bombastic, dramatic, I don't know how to call them, insane colors even, as you know already, I think, but now you already know this. But yeah, this is not for me, but I can see a gamer or a professional who is all day long or all night long even, with graphics, photographs, videos, etc. This is surely this look surely allows you to focus maybe on your job and be done with it, or at least those who lack focus. But anyway, good, but not for me. I like what they have done, but not for me. Also, the system had almost these things as you see them up here, except the workspace switcher. It was on the left side. I moved it to the right side, and I changed the date and time. It was not like that, of course. I did very minor changes to the system. I prepared it, of course, for me in order to work like OBS, as you are experiencing right now. And of course, after the stream and the recording, for me to be able to work, but only the most basic stuff. I didn't do my shortcuts, nothing. Anyway, this is the button basically where you see the application menu. As I said, it was almost bare bones, so to speak. I had to install plenty of stuff. Of course, I installed my XIV Lancer for my Final Fantasy sessions. I installed this image viewer, Krita. I think I installed GIMP 2. I don't know why it's not. Maybe I already, because I opened it, maybe. No, that cannot be it. I'm like 99% sure that I installed it. It wasn't included. Anyway, I will continue. Internet. I installed Discord, Firefox, Parabolic, Thunderbird, Transmission, Audacity, Media Player, SM Player, VLC, PDF Arranger, Joplin, Quantum Manager, and maybe a couple more tools, but yeah. Calculator, for example, yeah. Where is it? Utilities, yeah, calculator. Yeah, surely this new thing is not correct. Flat Seal, yeah, I installed Flat Seal as well. But yeah, 100% it didn't have a calculator. I installed calculator myself. But anyway, and yeah, Kwrite, for example. I don't know if the menu mentioned this. I don't think that it did. Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, it doesn't mention it. And local send, of course, I installed local send. Yeah, for whatever reason, the system has notifications on, maybe because I did a little bit of work with those apps, but yeah. Anyway, and I haven't changed to fish shell. As you can see, it's still on bash. Fast fetch was included with the system. That was a nice surprise for me. I like it when systems include fast fetch. Yeah, all in all, a good first contact with the system. I liked it. I can try to make it be like I want it to be, appearance wise, functioning wise, and so on. But these are for the next few streams and videos. Last but not least, I'm streaming at full HD. I will show you my settings. This is software, the streaming and the recording is using software X264, both of them. As you can see, software X264. And I'm using the full HD resolution and 25 FPS. I'm saying this because by mistake, I think some of my Garuda videos, maybe all, I'm not sure about it, maybe they were at 30 FPS recorded at least, or maybe even streamed. But I haven't noticed which were which. Anyway, yeah, and I forgot to mention that the system had only one desktop as a workspace. I created the other 3 workspaces. I think I've mentioned this in the past. I like to always have 4 workspaces. I have this way of working. It's something that I do. I want 4 workspaces. I have no need for less or more. 4 is the number that I prefer when working with any operating system, really. So yeah, I don't think that I have anything else to say for the first contact, the first look. please try this Linux distribution. Why not? Literally it was a coin toss for me between PicOS and this one, and PicOS won. Otherwise this could have been my first in line instead of PicOS, but the coin toss was for PicOS. Anyways, learn more about Thomas Schreider if you don't know about the person. Try to watch the videos, read about him, such a cool guy. And yeah, we have plenty of content related to Nobara, of course, in the next few days, weeks maybe. And as always, I will try to make a guide for this distribution as well. Yeah, and also, if you didn't notice, on my videos, in the past few videos related to Garuda, I have included my Garuda guide in the video description below, so you can go ahead and read and copy paste or trash whatever you want to do with that. And if you can improve something and you want to let us know, leave a comment in the video description below. Yeah, so this was it. Thank you for watching once again. Thank you for everything, and see you on the next one. Bye!